What's going on, Aries? We are here to take a look at May 2020 at love and money. Typically I would look at life, but I already kind of know what's going on in life. But on a positive note, June and July seem to be kind of picking up pace for planning and getting things kind of together. I don't know necessarily about like 100% back to normal, but it's getting closer to feeling a little bit more optimistic about when things are going to start to develop. All right. Aries energy has been kind of tough during these last few weeks with, especially with quarantine going on, just because there's been a lot of kind of built up energy. If there's things that want to be said, it's difficult to do that. If you want to retreat, it's difficult to do that too. So it's been a little challenging for everybody, of course. So let's take a look at overall energy at the moment. I did see the Nine of Pentacles in reverse pop out, so that's why I mentioned might be feeling a little bit less in your zone. Two of Pentacles in the reverse is talking about having a bit of a setback when it comes to patience for certain things. Could be patience for ideas, patience for pursuits in things that you want to buy, or places you want to go, or things that you wanted to do. In general, just summer planning, okay? That's pretty much been very annoying for you. It's been hard to balance that part of your life, okay? So specifically looking at love, let's take a look at what's going on there, and then I'll take a look at what can help and what you need to know as far as what to avoid. Overall energy for love, we got death. Well, oh to the shit. Let's go what's going on. So having some type of transformation is not necessarily bad, and it's not necessarily the end. It is a rebirth of some flavor. So say you guys had some type of situation that you didn't see eye to eye on, that could have finally ended, and you guys are in a much more peaceful place. It could be that there is an actual transformation in that department. So let's get an idea. Let's see if I can get an idea of what exactly what are we looking at here. Okay, so for some of you, this is a personal transformation, and it is slightly negative only because you're not in your groove. For some of you, you guys have a very intense energy connection with your partner, or with the person that you have an interest in, and with everything that's been going on, you haven't been able to exercise your normal, sexiness, your normal confidence level. Perhaps y'all are a little bit of a freak here, and you just haven't been in your norm. So it's kind of hindered a little bit of that department, if you will. And I see that if anything, you or your partner is viewing the situation as you've shifted a bit just because of the energies and the circumstances, okay? What can help the situation? Three of Pentacles. So either talking about it or at least being aware of what it's doing to others, and being able to express that, hey, this is just my thing going on right now. It's not forever. It's just temporary with all the bullshit. And reassuring that that things will get back to normal. That's really the best thing that you can do here. What can challenge this further? So the Fool in reverse is not expressing yourself and taking the risk of losing something or of missing an opportunity because we didn't take a moment to communicate or address something before it got bad or became a bad habit. Yeah, and for some, it's very, you have to be very careful about that, because if you've come from a situation in the past where you've already transformed in some ways about being consistent, maybe in love life or with your stress levels or whatever, you want to be careful not to go backwards and tap back into that energy and have any kind of issues there, okay? Where that's headed, Queen of Swords, so you're headed right back to yourself, okay? But for the moment, just communicate if you're not feeling you're in your norm, you're not that spicy, sassy self. So if that's the case, just let folks know, or you can just be like, hey, give me my space, I'll let you know when I'm back to good. Now when it comes to money here, Two of Swords. So overall energy is feeling same kind of energy, feeling stuck within the ability to expand in certain areas with money. Nine of Swords in reverse, and not really seeing an out right now on how to expand on that. That is frustrating for you, and it's creating unnecessary anxiety, is what I'm picking up on. It could also be an indication that with regards to work, you may feel a sense of almost like disloyalty because of the way things maybe went down. Maybe you thought you were going to go a certain route when it came to the money aspect, but instead maybe you weren't supported 100% in the way that you thought you would be. So it's created a slight bit of blocked frustration. You can't even do anything with it really at the moment except just kind of ponder on this. For some, it could have been like you thought you were going to keep your job through all the pandemic, and then maybe you didn't, or you thought you had a little bit more backing with your family, and then come to find out, they didn't have your back the way you wanted it to, the way you needed them to be anyway. Maybe I also see that for some of you, I say maybe because there's different groups of you that have different situations. For another group of you, I am seeing that both of you, you and your partner, had a financial setback, and that created some problems, and that's created some unnecessary challenges and conflict between you and your partner, which makes sense with why there's a temporary transformation within the love relationship too. What can help this? Seven of Cups in the reverse. So just like you're seeing through the illusions here and the fear, this is talking about being able to kind of do the same thing by avoiding problems before they happen. So the best thing that you can do is identify and address, okay, and that will at least ease if you're just sitting there like, man, this shit's just not feeling good at all, we're tense, or just not digging this. Then sit down and point out the red flags. Okay. What can challenge the situation? Having too much anxiety to address it at all. Okay, that's going to make things worse, of course. The cycle cannot complete unless we come back to the moment where we can address the root problem, find, that blessing within it, or a lesson or whatever, and then move through that illusion to create more strength in the relationship, as opposed to creating pain or grief or turmoil or further stress between the two of you that's unnecessary, or just even for yourself. Okay. Ultimately, where is this going? Okay, so in doing that, you're able to keep those daydreams and those day state ideas and that energy throughout the day very positive. And the Hermit in reverse it's a positive card in my eyes because it expresses that you're at least identifying that there's a shadow period to look at without taking a moment to see it and to think about it and to ponder on it and to evaluate it. You're denying that you have it. So just be aware that facing it is what brings the ease, the comfort, the peace within the situation. Because I'm not getting an indication to continue to run from this. I'm getting this impression to address it. If you want a completion anyway. For others of you, I am seeing that you're waiting for somebody else to come to you, but I don't think you're going to get the completion you want to with that. For a lot of you, you're going to have to express to get that completion, and I get the feeling there's some anxiety, like resentment. You feel like you shouldn't have to, but in this particular case, the words just aren't coming to them. You've got them, or you initiate that situation. But if you waiting for them, you could feel a further delay. Okay, that was just a message that wanted to come out for you. So, sooner rather than later, okay? A message for love, spouse, and a message for money. Message for love, kindness. You are a humanitarian, made of love, and are able to share that love and energy with others. So if the words aren't coming to them and then a communication needs to take place, just, initiate and it will help. When it comes to money, you are aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. So somehow these two, love and money are connected here, but the ability to have that peace and that friendliness is what helps create kind of that chain effect of more good things when it comes to the other areas in your life, including money, okay? And that's how it works. You give that self-love to yourself, you do what you need to do, and all the other pieces in your life begin to, manifest in really positive ways too. So I hope that resonates with you guys. If you want to look into your personal situation, all my rates are 50% off, and that information is down below. Otherwise, if you like how I do things, hit subscribe, comment giveaway down below, and I'll get you included into my free reading giveaway. Much love, guys.